Hi, welcome guys. Welcome back to the MC podcast. You know, here with my boy Connor, you know what I'm saying?
See you, my boy Mark.
Hello. Thank you for the love on the first video. We appreciate it. Off rip, if you guys want to check out any of the podcasts we've posted, this is episode 2. Everything's on all streaming platforms now, you know, where you get all your podcasts, you know, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole shebang. Subscribe, follow the Instagram, TikTok, all that other stuff. You can see that in the description below. Yeah, today we're gonna get into a couple different movies, and then we'll probably get into kind of like a little speed round of a couple other movies that I feel like we should tell you guys to see. Maybe not give you a full like little rundown, but at least like some different stuff that we feel like we've seen that we feel like you should see, even if, you know, we're not like going really deep into it, you know. But yeah, first movie on our list we're going to talk about is going to be Mad Max Furiosa.
Yes.
So yeah, second installment in the in the Mad Max
trilogy.
You know, and the trilogy, who knows, you know what I'm saying? But after how good this one did, you never know, they may do another one.
They didn't make a lot of money though.
Yeah, but I feel like
crazy.
Yeah, I know. I feel like the reception from it was really good though.
It was. I just felt that the movie was great. It sucks to see a movie that was that good on screen. It was, you know, and not get the money, you know, coming back in the box office. This just seems kind of weird now with the industry. But,
I feel like we can't judge how movies are anymore off of like how they do money wise, just for the sole purpose of going to the movies is not like it used to be. So I feel like it's never gonna get back there. Maybe it does, but I don't think it ever gets back there. So yeah.
Shoot, but the movie though itself, man, oh man, it was great. I think I had this is not a type of who was the director for this? I forget his name. It's George Miller.
Yeah.
George Miller.
Yeah,
okay, so this is not like a knock on this second movie, but the second movie had a lot of shoes to fill. Off of Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah. Thank God it was the same director though.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God.
But Mad Max Fury Road, that was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I know some people be like, okay, I'll calm it down a little bit, Connor. But like, it was just, what made that movie great was the visual effects. Everything was obviously real. The explosions were real. The stunts were real. The carnage was real. Flipping the cars were real. And just knowing that as a fan and you watching this movie, it just takes your breath away. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
On top of just the great acting that it is, obviously one of the goats in our generation, Tom Hardy, and then the woman that plays.
I think it's Charlie Theron or something like that.
I'm talking about
the one who plays Furiosa before the actual. Like,
like whoever she is, she's a really good actor. You know what I'm saying? And the supporting cast, guy that plays Immortal Joe, was great. He died actually. Passed away, but hey, look,
R.I.P.
He was a really good actor and everything like that. Immortal Joe was great. His brothers were also just weird and crazy and all about the things with the wives were crazy and stuff like that. And it's just like
different concept for sure.
It's a different concept.
Well, the same, but at the same, very different concept. Like, you know, he just got like, he's got like 5, 6 chilling in the back.
It's just like just chicks chilling in the back, and like the dude's crazy because. Like, he's flipping over his car over just to save one of them, but he's abusing them basically.
You know but that's that love and hate relationship. You know what I'm saying, baby? You feel me? You know, it's like But
anyways,
this is good.
The movie though, just to get to the point. It was awesome, right? So this Furiosa movie had high hopes in my eyes, like very, very high. Did it meet that mark?
For you, did it?
For me.
For you.
I'ma say no. The movie was still a B+ movie. I will still buy it on Blu-ray. You don't even buy stuff on Blu-ray, but like you don't buy stuff on Blu-ray no more. But I will still buy it on digital whenever it comes out. And the movie was great. I can watch it when I'm sad or when I'm mad.
I'll take a B plus.
You say you agree?
I'll take a B plus. Well. Yeah, I'm terrible about rating movies, but yeah, I think a B plus is a good rating.
B plus,
yeah,
because
it could maybe slide into that maybe A minus range, but I think B plus is good. I think B plus is good.
But I just think that this Furiosa movie was great. The live action was good, but you can tell the live action is a lot of VHS effect. Like, a lot of it was CGI.
Yeah, fast.
Which it's it's fine to have CGI because granted the first movie of this new Saga, it had CGI as well, but they used it in the right spots. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think with this one they're doing, even though it looks like you're doing so much in the Fury Road, they're doing so much more in Furiosa. So I feel like with that comes some CGI. Some of that,
I just for me it's just like I guess it's tell when something's just like not real. Okay, someone driving one arm on a motorcycle 60 miles per hour. Okay, that might be real, all right. Yeah. But you doing that up a mountain.
Yeah,
bro, I'm like, this like, okay, this is like, all right, bro. This is like, obviously no human is doing this, bro. Like, why are we having a scene like this, dude? You can just,
it's so funny.
What? And
I thought the same exact thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny.
Exactly. So the use of CGI in this was, I mean, CGI, you use it when you can, but they use it, I think, a lot. And sometimes the CGI wasn't like the greatest. And so,
but the story
was great. The plot was Chris Hemsworth.
Did you feel it when she was burning under the fire? Did you feel it?
She was barely in the movie. The girl that played her younger self, she got an Academy Award, my brother. She was spinning those like.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
She was going crazy. You know but everybody
from the
exactly. But everybody's movie was going crazy though, which is cool. So like, I don't know. It's like nothing in the movie was bad. Yeah. But
I get that.
What made the first one like, oh my gosh, like an epic blockbuster? Yeah. Like this one, it didn't like have.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
like the fight scenes were great. But it wasn't like I see like a bunch of people on poles just going like this and going like that, out and in, out and out, and myself and my.
You didn't want to witness? Witness me. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. But knowing like they actually did that in the first movie, it was actually real doing that. I'm like, I take that. I respect that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But seeing this and something that's a little bit of CGI, I'm like, oh, all right, okay. And they had some scenes in the first movie when they had like that's just going through different types of lands and stuff like this. This one had a lot of lands. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. But like I felt like some of the lands that they passed through the first one were kind of more interesting to be like, man, like they just drove through. I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. Like they had this scene where they were driving through. There was a scene where remember that one of his brothers got shot in the face, and he was like, oh my gosh, and he had the machine gun and it's just going. Oh yeah, like in the dark, like kind of. Yeah.
But in that like type of scene though, they had like these stilt walkers and water soaking up water, all this stuff. I'm like, man, it's like crazy.
I feel like instead of showing different things like that, they showed a lot more of the areas that they were coming from, like the what is it, like the gas towers, like they showed more of that and kind of like built a little more on like what is actually in there and like what's going on over, you know what I'm saying? Like and kind of like how they kind of came to be, which is I feel like pretty interesting in its own self. Like that one scene like what is it? Apparently it took so long to just film that one. It was like 78 days or something crazy when they were what is it, when she drives into, is it Bullet Town or something like that? Or like when what is it, when she's like sniping at him like through the like on the big pillar and everything like that, sniping at what is it, Chris Hemsworth's character.
He was great in the movie.
Like that.
He was great. Chris Hemsworth probably stole the show in the movie.
You see all the bullets like falling, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Apparently that took that whole like just scene in general took like days on days and like weeks and like months to shoot.
Yeah.
Just in general. And that was an amazing scene in itself. You know what I mean? I feel like they did really well with like those different scenes and really kind of what is it? Breaking down the different parts in her life. Yeah. You know, I feel like they did a really good job on like kind of showing the coming of age.
No, it was great. No, it was great. You know? It just felt like, it's just to me, like, like
versus the comparison. I get you.
Because like, in the last movie, like you just see like some like just bombastic like, just like. You know what I'm saying? This is going crazy, like some crazy stuff.
But they're still going crazy.
They're still going crazy. They're still going crazy, but like, you know, it was great. It was so good movie. It was so good, and I'll see it again. I recommend people seeing it. But
I think a B plus is very good.
I give the last one an A.
B plus is.
I give the last one an A.
Yeah.
This is the B plus. And it's not a bad thing.
Oh wow, that's fair.
A B plus is not bad.
That's
unless you thought the last one was better. I think kind of talking like this movie was better than the last one.
I think they were both really good. You know what I'm saying?
On the same level?
I think so. I think the only thing that makes this movie different that I enjoyed a little more is the character development. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The characters, what is it? They didn't do as much to, I guess, make you be, I would say, connected to the characters. Because there was not as many to be connected to. I feel like they had a lot more characters.
And the first one just went, just go. And you don't even learn, the characters.
It's so go. Yeah. I feel like there is a little more time, like, kind of chill. You know, and like, you know what I'm saying? Where there is, like, you're not just learning about Furiosa, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like trying to build the character of like her mom, and then building the character of Chris Hemsworth with the mentor, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, like Joe, you know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. Yeah. You feel me? So I feel like there was a lot more, building a lot more characters in that, better. But at the same time, I think both are really good in their own way. And the beauty of this movie is how it moves perfectly into like Fury Road. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I've seen a movie, I'm trying to think, but like usually it's very much like they made sure like you could go straight into Fury Road to the point where like the outro is literally like the beginning of Fury Road, which is kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you can, like that's a different level, I feel like, of storytelling, where it's like usually there's a little gap. There's usually a little gap of like, you don't know what could have happened between this point of time, but like you kind of get the whole full story of like kind of what happened and why that happened versus, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in that first movie. Because when they do prequels, but the fact that they did like, oh no, you know exactly what happened right before this movie starts is different, like level storytelling.
I think it's
different
cool.
level, like,
I mean, if you binge watch these movies like back to back, this would be a wild ride.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, it'll be great. But like, I'll ask a question for you though. Is that because I heard the director, he actually completed the scripts and all the stuff for this movie, and the Mad Max was second. The first one? Yeah. They're like, you know,
that would make sense.
That would make sense.
That would make sense.
But he he did the script for the second one first. Yeah. And for Mad Max, that was, I'm going to do the Mad Max one, the second.
And then
But let's say like, if like it was like another reality where this movie released first, and then we see Mad Max. Do you think would your opinions change about Mad Max because it's going so fast would you still want to have that type of stop and like? Because for me, when I watched the first one, I've never seen a movie that was just like so like. It's just because it's like a one big chase scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I never seen something like that before.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, it's like, you know, you've never seen that in the industry.
I think it's looked at differently, and how it's told. I think it's harder to what is it? I think if you watch this one first, like Furiosa first, and then they came out with like the Mad Max, it would be harder to kind of.
You would think the Mad Max one would be like.
Well, it would just.
It would be a little bit like.
It would be hard to. It would be hard to cling to the character of Mad Max because you literally have a full like movie dedicated to Furiosa before then. I feel like you'd look at the movie completely differently.
So you would want like even like you know even like if you know if the style movie was so fast like you know the first one, if they went back after this new one that came out, like with all the warp in the building and stuff, I bet you I kind of like would think that you would want to have some type of where did Max come from? Like, what's all this?
Yeah. I think it's just because of how they told it, and I think they told it well. Where it's like it's hard to give that. I guess like you know he wanted to give more of a story of Furiosa than like you know give more of a backstory about Max or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's dope because it kind of gives them both their own movie in a sense. I mean, obviously she's in the other one, but it's obviously way more. Do you
think they're gonna make a third one?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like, you know, money, you know, like, it did well enough.
It did well enough.
You know what I'm saying? It did well enough where if he pitches it and he has a good enough idea, I would not be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I feel like you have to create a whole nother, I feel like you have to create a whole other plot because this is based off of like, oh, we don't know that much about Furiosa and we know that, this is much about like you know her trying like her you know getting captured and all this like you know things going on about like her capture and all this other stuff, and then the you know the first one is she's trying to get back to the land, the mother, you know whatever, you know what I'm saying, the green or whatever,
the green place or something like
and
that.
Then, and then like once they figure out that it don't exist, yada yada whatever, or it's dead or you know all that other stuff, and you come back, it's really hard like that. That kind of is, you know, everything's fully, you know, all the story's kind of made, you know, like you don't have anything else to go off of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so if you do another one, you have to completely make a new story up. There's not enough questions from the audience, I think, where you can go, oh yeah, it'll be easy to just like, oh yeah, we'll do the next story about this and that, because you answered most of the questions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I just think at the end.
But I do think the first one was really good. I just think that I think it came out. I think they did it pretty well. I think how they did it should have came out with Mad Max first, Fury Road, and then it comes out with this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if you come out with them in chronological order, they do the same thing. You know, I feel like Mad Max's Fury Road is a completely different movie.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? If you come out with it second instead of first.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I do. What is it? I do enjoy it. I think B+ is good. You know what I'm saying? I think I would definitely, I would probably be on like a A-, more of an A, but I definitely think it was an amazing movie. You know what I'm saying? So definitely give Fury Road a good movie. Yeah, so the next on the list is gonna be Fall Guy. And so, what is it? I know you're saying you haven't seen it, but
no, I just seen a lot of stuff with the reviews and everything. Everybody got a very good audience review.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you have those two talented actors, you know, it's gonna be hard to mess it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like when you got Shaq and Kobe, it's got hard to be messing up if you have like mess up that team.
Yeah.
But no, it's just again with all this stuff that's coming out with like you know with how much you know the box office earnings is like. Yeah. It's to the trenches.
Oh, but like I said, you can't.
You can't judge it. You can't judge it.
It's. But, I think the biggest thing nowadays, it's really based off if other people are gonna go see a movie and like what they're gonna base it off of. It's really off of like you know what I'm saying, word of mouth. You know what I'm saying, like, do I know a couple people who liked it?
Yeah.
You know, if you really need that, like, oh, I need to know to go see the movie in theaters, or you know what I'm saying, just see it at the crib.
But I do think like the theme of the movie, where it's like a movie within a movie.
Yeah.
Type of
that little breaking the fourth wall, but not really, but like,
but not really, but you kind of are.
Kind of third, but like, you know, but yeah.
It's cool, you know. It gives you you know, the audience a different aspect of, you know, hey, maybe some stuff about like filmmaking a little bit.
Exactly, like it's almost like a who doesn't, you know what I'm saying? If you're enjoying going and seeing movies or whatever, especially if you're not in that the realm of like career wise. It's so much doper to see like, okay, I like going to the movies, I like seeing this, and then seeing how it kind of works also in the movie with, you know what I'm saying? So like you kind of see like what's going on behind the scenes. Like those are always like interesting movies because they kind of show you like you're seeing a behind the scenes even though you're not really seeing a behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope.
This is always dope.
And they did show like kind of a little of like behind the scenes and like the credits, which was dope. You know what I'm saying? I always like movies like that when they kind of have a little bloopers, you know what I'm saying, showing a little like stuff like that.
Funny moments or something like
that. Yeah. And because it's so much about stunt guys, like they show all of his actual stunt guys, you know what I'm saying? Which was dope.
It gives like, and people don't talk about stunt guys, you know what I'm saying? Like people see like all the Batmans, all the type of, you know, Mission Impossible, well, Tom Cruise does stuff, but like, you know, but like what I'm trying to say is like, you know, people think about, man, this actor did this and this and this. Yeah. No, they did not. You know, they have to have.
But that's the beauty and the.
They can now like a movie, now like a big movie like this that you know, spotlights people that in that type of profession. Exactly. They get more respect and everything like that. And, you know, because they put in the blood out, you know, not blood, but
blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah,
blood, sweat, and tears and everything like that. You know.
But for what is it? And it's a beauty because you see that and you go, okay, this movie really must be good if if you're watching this movie and you're not thinking, oh damn, like there's no way he did that himself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? How well did they really shoot it where you could not tell that like he had a stunt double, this and that, whatever. And obviously you can like assume that most people do because like most people do, but at the same time, like, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? It's up to interpretation. But the beauty of this movie, I think, is with that is they even tell you right before the movie starts, it's a they're like, this is a love letter to like the stunt community, which is pretty dope. You know, which I really enjoyed because it was that, and you don't realize, you know, it's like a love letter to the stunt community wrapped in a love story. You know, in a sense, which is pretty cool. And yeah, no, it wasn't like a, oh my god, like this movie was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that, but it definitely was a really cool and like fun movie. Like this is like a very fun movie. If you like if you like rom-coms, but at the same time you like you know what I'm saying? Because rom-coms usually it's like, you know, I know it's kind of happening, whatever. You know, with this, like, you know, but not really. Maybe a little more substance to like that, you know, because, you know, most rom-coms, you know, they're very, you know, formulaic, and I mean, you know, as all movies are, but I feel like there is a little space that they kind of play around with it, you know what I'm saying, where they don't just very formula it out and that's it. Like there is a couple layers to it which are really fun that they play around with, which makes it a lot more fun, where it's not just a cookie cutter rom-com in that, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's very much a rom-com, but it's like wrapped as looking like one, but it's really a love letter to what is it, like the stunt community. So they really do have fun with it, and there are some really like dope scenes where they kind of show how dope it is like to see, you know, different fights and things like that. And then, you know, they do really well with like having those and then showing you kind of a little more in depth how they even shoot it, like at the end in the credits and all that other stuff. Yeah. And the ending, I really enjoyed the ending because it's definitely funny. Oh, so funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Ryan Gosling is so underrated when it comes to funny. You know, where I feel like,
well, Barbie was pretty funny.
You know, yeah, and like I feel like only damn near because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like the funniest part of that. But yeah, so like he is even. I think he's in that level of Ryan Reynolds funny, but I think Ryan Reynolds is more.
He's more known
out.
To be
yeah, he's more out there. But I feel like Ryan Gosling's funny is a little more. The humor's a little different, but it's still so good, you know. But yeah, he's just really good at being a good actor and adding on little layers of funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, no, it was really good. What is it? It was a really good movie. I definitely think like if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you want a good like fun like action like, you know what I'm saying, like yeah, that's definitely one to check out. For
sick.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely give it like a B. You know what I'm saying? We'll give it like a B minus, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know, low vibe, you know? And then, what is it, our third movie we want to talk about was, what is it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. First off, thoughts, I mean, you know, I definitely think if they go and do this next, like, trilogy, or they do more than that, I think, or something like that, oh, it's gonna be beautiful, bro. Oh my Lord. I didn't think I was gonna be this hyped for the movie, but it was turned for sure. You know what I'm saying? And you were way hyper than I was.
I was very hyper.
I was waiting for this.
I'm like, you know I was waiting for this. So like for me, it was like, you know, the trilogy that, you know, Andy Serkis and even the one in the 2000s, you know, everything is so like out of the ordinary, you know what I'm saying? It's very sci-fi centric, but it gives you, you know, it leaves questions to be answered that you can think like, hey, what's the next level of human species, or how is this actually going to end? And it leaves you questions for that. But no, I was very excited for this movie. It met my expectations. I didn't think it was going to be like an A. Yeah. I think it was a solid B. Yeah. But, you know, I had high expectations. It was a B movie, I thought. But, hey, the CGI was great. The acting was great. Yeah. We get to see new characters that are actually compelling. You know what I'm saying? That we will see in the near future with the next coming movies. Yeah. I thought the plot was, you know, great because it's the flip side now.
Bro, I loved how they flipped it. I felt like it was what is it? I feel like they did a really good job with kind of finding a funny in it too. Yeah, exactly. You know? Like
it's like the humans are like that, like they're like ravagers and animals. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought, it's, you know, it's little like things in the movie that you're like, I never thought about that, you know, like even with the movie with the girl, how she came in, and when the first time you see humans, they obviously are like almost naked and all this stuff, and they can't even speak. But she comes in with all these clothes and these shoes on, and I'm like, I never thought like, well, I wonder where she got these shoes from. You know what I'm saying? She can talk. You know what I'm saying? And so. You know, it's just the script was great. I just thought the script was great.
100%.
And so, so where did they go for the next movie? I have no idea. Yeah. You know, because now it comes to the fact, well, man, apes are so smart. Are they just as bad as humans? Yeah. Like, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's crazy how in the movies you see apes just like reading, or at least they try to learn like human history, all this stuff.
But it's also crazy. Interesting just because it's like they don't look at them as like it really is a full flip where they're not even. It's so far into the future where they don't look at them in disdain and animosity. It's more of just like they even step below that where it's like, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're not that smart, or they're not as smart as us, whatever. Exactly. You know what I'm saying, and they really have no concept of like we used to be them a long time, which is a crazy flip. And then the, you know, Mr. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Caesar is Caesar is our Jesus and everything.
Yeah, I was like,
it's hilarious. Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought the villain was scary as heck too. Like I didn't think a gorilla was that scary. But when you see it like that, it's like, whoa, like, it's kind of, and they're talking too, and they actually are weaponizing their own, like, making their own electricity, all this stuff. It's like, wow.
No, it was dope.
It's like, it's scary. Like,
it was super dope. And then the fact that they have literally only 2 humans in this, you know, is crazy. I mean, like, maybe you got, like, what is it, a little couple more, like, you know, with, like, the, you know, like, the little, like, you know, Ravagers, like, you know what I'm saying, looking like humans, like, when they're, like, attacking them and stuff like that, but, like, actually 2 actors, like, they're talking and, like, actually that's it. it really makes you understand.
But no, yeah, and so just seeing like you said, like all hail Caesar, all this stuff. It's like he's basically Jesus in the movie.
Bro, Caesar Jesus is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's just jokes, you know what I'm saying? Because he was so, and he's like, yes, and all these books, and you know, I was just like, so. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that like that is, what is it? They kind of have that look, which it's a different play on it, which I enjoyed. And then on top of that, you feel you understand they really show their view of everything way better. The fact that there really is no humans in this. You know what I'm saying? You only have like 1, 2, whatever, and then like she, you know, kills the other one, you know what I'm saying? Just for that's like, damn, like we really not together right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't, I mean, they weren't obviously like near the end of like the last one, but it's like it really
that last scene was like the third act was freaking awesome.
Yeah. And then him
like,
chasing them through the
chasing them through the jungle, and the apes are trying to kill each other because, you know, hey, they believed in this girl and all this stuff, and basically what's the new ape's name?
Noah.
Something like that. Yeah. But like, it's crazy. It is crazy because it's like, hey, they want to fly. Yeah. They want to go in the air now. Exactly. But then they see the you know, the whole like warehouse that she was trying to get into, and they're like, oh, you can leave. Like, you can leave now. Like, you shot him, but you can go free. But can we have all this stuff? And she was like, poof, and then like a whole explosion happened. Like,
it was tough.
It was tough, man. Yeah. And so it was, you know, I think it's one of the best movies I've seen so far this year. And so
I give it that. And the pacing was beautiful.
The pacing was beautiful.
You know,
I like world building, especially in like seeing stuff in apocalyptic type of.
And they
like,
did really
settings.
well with that. They did really
like
well.
I like seeing like cities like, you know, like abandoned, and like, you know, you see the algae growing. I like it. Yeah. But I feel like for some people it could be kind of slow if they didn't watch the original series.
But I also think they didn't make it too slow. I think it was like slow, but like it wasn't too slow where you're like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to the next scene or whatever. I feel like they didn't really overstay their welcome with a lot of different like scenes when they're traveling, stuff like that. They did it really well with like, you know, what is it, the number one, you know what I'm saying, the orangutan, whatever, he does a really good job with like coming into the fray, and then he's like out, you know, the whole thing.
He's been in the movie the whole entire time.
Yeah, I know, he was jokes.
That's crazy.
But I feel like how they killed him off, they definitely bring him back. I see them bringing him back on the next one for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I think the pacing of that was really good, because even, what is it, that first like big action scene happens in the first like 20 minutes, but also that scene is so like massive and big where it's entertaining enough to the point where what is it, you feel like that one is just as dope as the last scene. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still so grandiose and big where it really does feel like that whole movie has like a lot of, you know, little, you know, smidgets of like action or just like a lot going on. You know, which really keeps the pace of the movie. I feel like, a lot.
Exactly. So I was like, man, you know, but yeah, the movie was great. I totally recommend it again. No. I'm not gonna say it's I'm not gonna say it's a.
You said like B, right? Or
say B. I'm gonna say like the acting was like good. I'm not gonna say like I was like there was like a Chris like a Chris Hemsworth type of level. Like, oh my gosh, like this dude's like just like, you know, doing like, you know. But everybody did it. Everybody did their part. Everybody did great in their part. You know
I will say I saw what is it? Some of my friends talking about this, and they were talking about how the like actors really showing like how they're supposed to act, because, you know, like it's literally like all, you know what I'm saying, they have it all set up on their face or whatever, and like, you know, them acting like apes and everything like that, and how they have to do that. You really appreciate the actors on like another level, seeing that actors like on interviews like that, and them what is it, showing kind of how they have to act like apes and stuff like that, and seeing how like kind of crazy and like hard that looks in a sense, and like how wild it is, and the fact they kind of have to do that in the, you know what I'm saying, like as the actors with that, and they're just like, you know, have all the stuff on their face and all this other stuff, you can definitely tell like, oh, okay, like you give a little more props to the actors on that, you know what I'm saying? It's a little harder than you think it is, which is dope. Yeah. But no, I get what you're saying though. It's definitely a little different, but yeah, I enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying? I definitely put in that like that B range too. It was pretty entertaining.
No, yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah. And so.
And then what is it? You want to move on to the last segment. I'm just gonna kind of like go off a couple different movies that came out that I feel like we should like recommend at least. That we've seen, you know, in the past like couple weeks, you know, not the bigger ones, but just in general. I would say a big one that came out that, what is it, that we didn't talk about was definitely Challengers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That one was, you know what I'm saying, that one was crazy. I think it definitely got some crazy, just, you know,
marketing was crazy.
Well, yeah, but it was just, and it was funny because it was like, it was completely what the movie kind of was shown, but at the same time, it wasn't what the movie was shown at all. You know what I'm saying? So,
it wasn't like no scene when Zendaya.
No. That's what got everybody like super, you know, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? That's what it got everybody super like hot and heavy, or just like taken aback, because it was like very much like, you know, Zendaya getting in her way more like, I guess, horny bag, you know what I'm saying, whatever, in a sense. But I definitely think in general, like that was definitely part of the movie, but just in general, the storyline, beautiful. I definitely think beautiful. Some of the shots were like very interesting how they shot some of it, but very, very entertaining for sure. I think the storyline itself, it should definitely be watched just for that. And I have a little bias just because I do really like tennis, but yeah, definitely for that one. Yeah. So,
we sports tennis or?
No. Like I played in high school, also or whatever. But yeah, no, like what is it? Like I don't get to play as much now, just because. What is it, like there's not that many people you can play with, you know what I'm saying? Just like not that many people play tennis like,
but like they're you know like that are that good like you.
Well, I mean, like I'm decent. Like I'm not like, what is it, like if I played somebody who played in college, like I'd probably get smoked. Or at least like hold my own a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like what is it? It's like, you know, playing with the casual, like I'll play with the homies sometimes. It goes okay, you know what I'm saying? Like at first, sometimes I'm a little rusty because I don't play that much, because like basketball is like my main sport, you know, whatever. So like I'll play that a lot, you know, on the more daily. But like when it comes to tennis, like I'll play here and there. But it's like, you know, I play the homies, you know, or I try to play with like my mom or something, because like, you know, she'll hit me up and be like, yeah, we should like, you know, this should be something we should do together, whatever, because we used to do it when I was younger. It's a little like you kind of have to go a little easy, you know, just to have a little more of the fun, so you're not like killing them. Whatever. But like, yeah, if I played with like anybody who like has played a little bit, or like, you know what I'm saying, plays a decent amount, like, you know, I'd hold my own for sure. You know what I'm saying? But not against Zendaya though. I mean, she's probably like, she probably got a double, you know what I'm saying? A little stun double, you know? So I don't know. I may smoke. You know what I'm saying? I may smoke, you never know. I think my biggest thing is just like, you know, that serve. You know what I'm saying? You get that serve down, you're a killer. But that serve is hard to get down, you know what I'm saying? But what is it? Yeah, so I think that's like, that's definitely a movie I would say go see. The other one I would say I recommend is Back to Black, which is the
I never heard that one.
It's like a new Amy Winehouse like biopic. So and like, you know, biopics are cool. Like what is it, the new what is it, why am I blanking, the biopic about I forget off the top of my head, but pretty much like they're okay, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're done well, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like it's very controversial on like how good Elvis's one was, whatever. But for this one, I think they did a pretty good job, and it was very grounded, you know, on that. So I definitely think it, and I think the actress who played Amy Winehouse was like really good, because like she had to sing too, you know, so like there was a lot of actual scenes of her like actually having to like sing and this and that, whatever. And I'm sure they tune her voice, whatever. But like she did a really good job. So you know, drink a lot of water. But I would definitely say that one is another one that people should definitely go check out. I thought it was definitely entertaining enough to go watch as a biopic. I think they do a good job, and I didn't know too much about Amy Winehouse. Like, you know, I listen to some of her music, but like I didn't know too much, and I think the story itself was done well. And I don't think they really miss a beat on like kind of keeping it very, you know what I'm saying, entertaining. You know what I'm saying? They don't really get boring with it. And then I say the last one that is like such a random one. It's I think it's Boy Kills World. You know what I'm saying?
I heard of that. Yeah.
And that one's very like, you know, didn't really get too much push, but I watched it, you know what I'm saying? You know, watched a ton of different movies, whatever. You know, it was just one of the movies that was in the theater I ain't seen yet, whatever. Yeah. And really like fun. Really fun. Like very much John Wick meets like Tarzan.
Really?
In a sense, on like he's a very like, what is it? He grows up kind of in the like the woods and the wilderness from like a kind of like monkish kind of guy, you know, and but he, you know, he trains him well enough where he's kind of a killer. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of instances where, you know, he's just murdering people left and right. And so it's very gory on that, where like they give that like, you know, blood and stuff like that. And it's, you know, on that like that R-rated scale, but it's a definite like little 180, because there's little quirks that are different from, you know, other movies, whatever, which is like really what pushes different stuff, where like he's kind of a mute. You know what I'm saying? He can't really talk, so the whole time he's kind of narrating from his voice, because he can't really talk. He's kind of mute like that, whatever. So that's a whole thing. And then there's like an actual storyline, which is interesting, because you would think, you know, with movies like that, the storyline's kind of dog. You know what I'm saying? Super dog shit, you know? But for that, like the storyline wasn't bad. You think it's just weird, but then the more you watch, you're like, oh, okay, like this actually has like some merit to it. So yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. It was a pretty fun movie, you know. Like I don't think it's like an amazing movie, but it's definitely like a fun movie to watch. It's definitely a little wacky, so it's a little on that wacky side.
Well, I think we had a pretty good episode. I think right there, episode 2. You know, I think it was pretty chill. I think for episode 3 we have a pretty big. We're gonna be seeing some movies together.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
What is it? We're gonna be talking about The Watchers, new horror movie that's out.
Yeah.
We're also gonna be talking about Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4.
You know what I'm saying? We're also gonna be talking about what's the last one? We're going to be talking about bikers too.
Bikers.
The bike riders.
Bike riders.
You know what I'm saying?
But we're also going to be talking about The Quiet Place.
Yes, The Quiet Place. You know what I'm saying? The Quiet Place, that may be next episode or episode 4.
Who knows? You guys got to stay tuned to find out. But
so what is it?
Big movies coming up.
Yeah, well, if you're excited to see us talk about any other movies besides that, comment, let us know what you think. Let us know any other movies
you recommend us seeing.
Yeah, that you know, if you want us to watch, we'll kind of throw that on the end segment. Be like, oh, okay, like watch this one, you know, whatever. Comment back, like, share, subscribe. Share with at least like 5 different people, you know, you think like you know, movies, stuff like that. If this isn't, you know,
at least 5 people,
you know, at least 5. You know what I'm saying? Share at least 5. You know what I'm saying?
At least
show some love. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, subscribe. Check out the YouTube. Check us out on all podcast streaming services. Like I said, you know, the Spotify's, the Apple. You know, go leave a comment there too. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Hope you guys enjoy.
Next episode, yeah.
Do it.